so much stuff happening in Canada immigration, we somehow forget that there are some evergreen and fantastic opportunities lying right in front of us. But of course, these opportunities cannot be grabbed by each and every one of us, but some people can grab it with both hands, left, right, and center. Amongst all those opportunities, today I'm going to discuss one of them in this video. This program is widely regarded as one of the fastest way to work and live in Canada. Now let's first discuss the incredible highlights of this program. The first one comes no IELTS requirement. Second, no LMIA requirement. Third, no ECA required. Fourth, no age limit. Fifth, your spouse will get open work permit. Sixth, the minimum salary that you will be offered through this program is close to about $80,000 annually, or in a hourly wage, if you calculate, it will come on to approximately 38.46 Canadian dollars. And one of the very key highlights of this program, and which now in all this scenario has become the utmost important thing, is permanent residency. Yes, through this program, after 1 year, you can apply for a permanent residency, not only for yourself, but for your family as well. Moreover, the application fee for this program is just $1,000, but there is a catch for that, which I'm going to discuss later in this video. And the last but not the least, and probably definitely best of all, is that the processing time for this program, for this visa, is just 14 days. Now, you just have to make sure you watch this video till the end so that you get all the information that is required related to this program. Now, the program here I'm talking about is Global Talent Stream. Now, this program is part of a temporary foreign worker program. Now, this program is basically made for Canadian employers who are not able to hire people within Canada. Now, when I say within Canada, it does not mean that if you are inside Canada, you cannot apply. No. It means that if you are not a permanent resident or if you are not a Canadian citizen, the company can hire you through this program. So even if you are in Canada, you are very much eligible to apply for these companies. Now the question comes is, why do employers prefer this program? Well, the very first reason is the processing time, which is just 14 days. If an employer has to go through a normal LMIA process, it tends to take at least 4 to 5 months. The processing time is at least 4 to 5 months, and seeing the scenario now with a lot of restrictions, it tends to go much higher. But with this, the processing time still remains up to 14 days. It can somehow be extended to 21 days as well, but still, come on guys, 3 weeks is not a big time. Now we need to know what exactly is the key difference between the GTS and LMIA, and why does GTS require only 14 days or 21 days processing time, wherein LMIA takes more than 5 to 6 months. Well, the basic reason is, for LMIA, you need to prove, the employers have to prove that they are not able to hire people from Canada, like a permanent resident or Canadian citizens. They are not able to hire. That is exactly the reason why they want to hire people from outside Canada. But the processing time, to prove that, they have to advertise their requirements first on local newspaper. Probably they have to advertise on job banks to show that yes, they actually worked on that profile, they worked for the position, they did an activity to hire a permanent resident or Canadian citizens, but they failed, they couldn't hire. That exactly is the reason why they want to hire people from outside. But here in GTS program, you do not need to do that activity. You do not need to advertise. You do not need to take that much time, 4 to 5 months, to show a proof that you are not able to hire people. Moreover, the positions, the profiles under the GTS program are the ones that are already in demand. So the Canadian government already know that these positions which are already based out of GTS are in demand, and there are lack of people with these profiles. So ahead in this video, I'm going to showcase some of the positions for you and also share a link where you can actually find out what kind of positions are there. Now the global talent stream is divided into two categories, category A and category B. Now let's first discuss what category A is. Now the Canadian government has hired some specific designated partners or appointed some specific designated partners whose job is to find which employers or their requirement for the jobs or profiles are legitimate. When I say legitimate, it specifically means that meets the requirement of category A as assigned by Canadian government. Now to further understand, we need to know what are the key points for category A. What exactly these designated partners are looking for in category A. Category A is a bit specific and they look for companies which are innovative and hire a very specialized professional with specialized skills. And if the company is able to show that specific professional with specific skill, then the company can sponsor pretty much any occupation under the knock. For an example, I can talk about the occupation like aerospace engineer. Now, you may find a lot of aerospace engineers, right? But when we talk about specific skill, it means an aerospace engineer is not only professional in his space, but he also carries management skills. He also carries team building skills. Now, if the company is looking forward to hire more than 2 professionals for the specialized position, then the employer has to offer a job of $150,000 or 72.11 per hour Canadian dollars. Another very key point for this category is that the employer will have to hire an employee like you who is having an advanced degree in a specialized field, or you are carrying at least 5 years of experience in that particular field. So any one of them, if you have that, the employer can hire you under GTS. Now, if you want to know which are the designated partners who are responsible for an approval of an employer's, I will leave a link in the description of a video for you to explore all these partners. Now, another extremely important point that you should definitely know about is that the employer will only be able to process your application once ESDC, that is Economic and Social Development Canada, approves or confirms that they have received a referral voucher, means the company's referral voucher from the designated partner. Once the ESDC has that voucher, a kind of an approval for an application, only then an employer can process your application. Let's discuss what category B is. Now, category B is majorly referred for tech positions or mathematicians or statisticians. Let me take you to the screen and show you some positions that come under the category B.
So guys, this is the global talent occupation list. On extreme left side, you can see knock code 2011, then 2021 mentioned, and then you have an occupation. And after that, it's a minimum wage requirement that is mentioned on an annual basis and an hourly rate basis. So you can click on these prevailing wages and find out what all would be the salary. But apart from that, these are few of the occupations. Mostly you will find are the tech positions, and apart from that, they are aerospace engineers, computer engineers, mathematicians, statisticians, information system analyst. Now, this is the list that you currently are looking at are generally a category B list, whereas for category A, all those positions who fill basic criteria of being specialized positions are eligible to apply for the same. This is currently what I'm showing is a category B list. So you'll be able to find this on canada.ca website. This is a government website, and this is the only website you should trust.
This category is more famous amongst the recruiters as compared to category A. The reason being that they do not have to go through a process of designated partners. Means they do not require any referral voucher from a designated partners to hire under the GTS program. Now the process is pretty simple here because the list of eligible occupations is already shared by ESDC to employers. Which the employer has requirement for any of these positions, they can apply directly for GTS. Now you need to understand that as a foreign worker, you cannot directly apply for GTS. Only Canadian employers can do that. So your primary goal is to find that employer, secure a job with that employer who qualifies under GTS program. Another key important question that always come to our mind is that how to find a job related to this. Look, there is no rocket science in this. The same old process that we have to go through it. It's just at the end comes down to your commitment. But still, there are some effective ways that you can follow. The very first is you can obviously get in touch with your friends, your family members, your acquaintances who are already there in Canada. But if you are there in Canada, then probably the best way is for you to figure it out, find out how to get these employers. The second one, and probably everybody knows about it, is the professional networking, and that we can do is through LinkedIn. The third, of course, the job portals that we have like Job Bank, Indeed. We can find out the companies here and approach them. Now, if you need help related to your resume, I have posted one video on an international resume. I'll put that link in the description. You are most welcome to go and have a look at it. I've basically showcased how your resume should look like, how big should be your resume, what all should be covered and what all should not be. So make sure you go and check out that video as well. Now let's discuss more on the application process. What happens once you secure a job? Step one is that your employer submits your information under Labor Market Benefits Plan. Step 2, ESDC approves your application and then the job offer is confirmed. Step 3, once your job offer is approved, you will receive a work permit which will be valid for 3 years. Not only that, your family can accompany with you to Canada and your spouse will get an open work permit, which means that he or she can work anywhere in Canada. Overall, I think the global talent stream, though being very specific with their requirements, is a fantastic opportunity for those who become eligible for these positions, because not only your processing time is just 14 days, but you end up getting a higher salary, and moreover, the best part, that you can apply for permanent residency just after 1 year. Now guys, apart from YouTube, I have an Instagram channel as well. I will leave a link in the description. Also, you will find a link in the comment section. You're most welcome to come and join that channel. You will find a very short and informative videos there. Well guys, that would be all. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you loved it. If you have any questions, you're most welcome to put down in the comments. I'll be happy to answer them. Well again, thank you so much for watching this video and I look forward to see you in the very next. Good night. Take care. Bye-bye.